I have 12 children, and I don't really know any of them. Not in the way that matters. Not in the way a father should know his children. Not deeply, not intimately. Not in ways that create real relationship. I know their names, know their ages, know where they live, know surface facts, but I don't know them. Don't know who they are. Don't know what they care about. Don't know what keeps them up at night. Don't know their dreams or fears or struggles or joys. Don't know them, and they don't know me, and that's my fault. Completely my fault. If you have children you don't really know, comment children below. I'm recording this because I need to confess something, need to admit something, need to say out loud what I've been slowly, painfully realizing over the past few years. I have 12 children, 12 human beings I helped create, 12 people who exist because of me, and I don't know them, not really, not in any meaningful way. I'm their father biologically, but not relationally, not emotionally, not in the ways that matter. I failed them, failed at the most important thing, failed at being present, failed at building relationship, failed at knowing the people I created. This isn't dramatic confession, isn't sudden realization. It's slow, accumulating understanding that's been building for years. Understanding that comes from 1,000 small moments, 1,000 interactions that reveal absence instead of presence, 1,000 times realizing I don't know something about my children that I should know, 1,000 times seeing that they don't trust me with things children should trust their fathers with, 1,000 times understanding that I'm stranger to them, that they're strangers to me, that we share biology but not bond, that I'm father in name but not in reality. And I can't fix it. That's the devastating part. That's what makes this confession instead of just admission followed by change. I can't fix it. It's too late. The time for building those relationships was when they were young, was when they needed me, was when presence mattered. And I wasn't present. I was working. I was building. I was achieving. I was everywhere except where I should have been. And now they're grown or growing, and the window for building father-child bonds is closed or closing, and I missed it. Missed the time that mattered. Missed the opportunity that doesn't repeat. And now I'm left with biological connection but no real relationship. With 12 children I don't know, can't know, lost the chance to know. Let me tell you why. Why I have 12 children but don't know them. Why I'm father in biology but not relationship. Why I failed at the most important thing. Because the reasons matter. Because maybe they're your reasons too. Because maybe you're making the same mistakes I made. And maybe hearing why will help you stop before it's too late. They have different mothers. 12 children. 3 different mothers. Different homes. Different lives. Different worlds. I'm not part of any of those worlds consistently, not integrated into their daily lives, not present for regular moments, not there for the ordinary, boring, essential experiences that build relationship. I see them sometimes, visit occasionally, have scheduled time, but I'm visitor in their lives, not participant, not presence, not constant, just occasional appearance. Just person who shows up sometimes and then leaves. That's not how you know children, not how you build relationship, not how you become real father instead of just biological one. You don't know children through visits, through scheduled time, through occasional appearances. You know them through daily presence, through being there for boring moments, through seeing them at their worst and their best and their ordinary, through being integrated into their lives instead of being visitor to their lives. And I'm visitor, always visitor, never integrated, never constant, never present in the ways that matter. I was always working when they were young. Even when I was physically there, when I visited, when I had scheduled time, when I was supposed to be present, I wasn't really there. I was thinking about work, checking my phone, distracted by next meeting or next problem or next goal. Physically present but emotionally absent. Body there but mind elsewhere, and children know. Children feel absence even when body is present. Children recognize when you're there but not really there. When you're looking at them but thinking about something else. When you're half listening while mostly focused on work. They know, and they stop trying, stop sharing, stop trusting you with real things. Because you taught them you're not really available even when you're physically available. That's what I did. For years. For their entire childhoods. I was physically present sometimes, but emotionally absent always. Working when I was with them. Thinking about companies when I should have been thinking about them. Distracted by success when I should have been focused on a relationship. And they learned I wasn't really there. Learned not to expect presence. Learned not to trust me with real things. Learned to see me as a person who visits sometimes but doesn't really participate. As father in title but not in reality. I prioritized wrong for decades. Every time I chose work over them, and I chose work over them constantly, I was teaching them they weren't priority. Wasn't saying it, but demonstrating it. Through choices, through absences, through the pattern of missing things that mattered to them because work mattered more to me. And children learn from what you do, not what you say. I could say they mattered. Could tell them I loved them. Could claim they were priority, but my actions said otherwise. My choices revealed truth. Work mattered most. Achievement mattered most. Success mattered most. They were secondary. Always secondary. And they learned that lesson. Learned it deeply, learned it permanently. Let me tell you specifically what I don't know. What a father should know about his children, but I don't. What reveals the depth of my failure. What shows how completely I missed being real father to them. I don't know what they care about. Not really, not deeply. I know surface things, know what they study or what activities they do, but I don't know what actually matters to them. What they think about, what they dream about, what they want from life, what they're passionate about, what keeps their attention, what makes them feel alive. I don't know. Never built the relationship where they'd tell me, never been present enough to see it, never paid enough attention to understand it, just know surface facts. Just know what anyone could know from brief interaction. Don't know what father should know, what father who's present would know naturally. I don't know what troubles them, don't know what they worry about, what keeps them up at night, what they're struggling with, what they're afraid of, what problems they're facing, what challenges they're navigating. I don't know because they don't tell me. And they don't tell me because they don't trust me with that information. Don't see me as a person who's present enough to help. Don't see me as father who's earned the right to know their struggles. They share that stuff with friends, with their mothers, with people who've been present, but not with me. I'm not on the list of people they trust with real problems. I'm visitor, I'm occasional presence. I'm not person they turn to when things are hard. I don't know their friends, don't know who they spend time with, who matters to them, who influences them, who they trust, who they love. Children's friends are a window into their lives, into who they are, into what they value. I don't have that window, don't know their friends because I'm not present in their lives in ways where I'd meet their friends. Don't know who they talk to every day, who they laugh with, who they confide in, who they choose to spend time with. Don't know because I'm not there. Not integrated into daily life where friends are present. Not part of their world in ways that would include knowing friends. I don't know their voices. Not really. Not well enough to recognize them on phone without them identifying themselves. Not well enough to hear emotion in their tone. Not well enough to know when something's wrong from how they sound. I don't talk to them enough. Don't have enough conversation. Don't spend enough time listening to them. So their voices aren't familiar in deep way, aren't recognizable in ways that come from constant exposure. I'm father who wouldn't recognize his children's voices. That's failure. That's absence. That's depth of not knowing someone you should know better than anyone. I don't know what they think of me. Not really. I can guess. Can assume based on my absence. Can imagine they're disappointed or resentful or indifferent. But I don't actually know. Don't know because we don't have a relationship where they'd tell me. Don't have trust where they'd be honest about their feelings. Don't have bond where they'd share how my absence affected them. So I don't know. Don't know if they hate me or feel neutral about me or wish we had different relationship. Don't know what damage my absence did. Don't know how they've processed having father who wasn't really father. Don't know because I never built relationship where they'd tell me. This wasn't sudden realization, wasn't dramatic moment where everything became clear, was slow, accumulating understanding, was series of small moments that gradually revealed truth I'd been avoiding, was years of seeing evidence and finally accepting what it meant. I'd see them and realize I don't know how to talk to them, don't know what they're interested in, don't know what questions to ask, don't know how to start conversation that goes beyond surface, don't know how to connect, because I don't know them, and they don't know me. And we're strangers trying to have father-child relationship when we don't have foundation for that relationship, when we don't have history of connection, when we don't have bond built through years of presence. We're just two people with biological connection but no real relationship, and conversation reflects that. Awkward, surface, forced, like strangers making small talk, not like father and child who know each other deeply. I'd hear them talk about things they care about and realize, I have no context for this, don't understand the references, don't know the background, don't know the people they're mentioning, don't know why this matters to them, because I haven't been present for their lives, haven't been there when these things developed, haven't been part of the experiences that make these things meaningful. I'm person hearing story from middle with no understanding of beginning, person trying to relate to experiences I wasn't present for, person who can't fully understand because I don't have context that comes from being there. I'd see them interact with their mothers and realize that's what parent-child relationship looks like. That ease, that comfort, that trust, that natural connection. That's what I don't have with them, what I failed to build, what I missed the opportunity to create. Their mothers were present, were there for daily life, were integrated into their worlds, built relationship through thousands of ordinary moments, and they have bond with their children that I don't have, that I can't have, that I lost chance to build. And seeing what real parent-child relationship looks like and realizing I don't have it, that's when understanding became unavoidable. That's when I couldn't deny anymore that I'd failed, that I'd missed the most important thing, that I'm father in biology but not relationship. I talk to other fathers and realize they know their children in ways I don't. Can't talk about their children's personalities, interests, struggles, dreams. Can tell stories about their children that reveal real knowledge, real relationship, real bond. And I can't do that. Can't tell those stories. Don't have that knowledge. Don't have that relationship. Don't have that bond. Have 12 children and can't talk about any of them the way fathers who are actually present can talk about their children. Can't, because I don't know them. And hearing other fathers talk about knowing their children made me face what I'd been avoiding. I don't know mine. I'm father who doesn't know his children, who failed at the most basic part of fatherhood, being present enough to actually know the people you helped create. My children lost something they can never get back, lost something essential, lost something they needed, lost something I should have given them but didn't, lost father they should have had. And that loss is permanent, is real, is damage I caused, is cost of my absence. They lost feeling of being priority to their father. Children need to feel like they matter to their parents, like they're important, like they're valued, like parents choose them over other things. They didn't have that with me. Had opposite. Had experience of being secondary, of work being priority, of achievement being more important than them. A father who was there sometimes but mostly wasn't. A father who chose companies over children constantly, that taught them something, taught them they weren't valuable enough, weren't important enough, weren't priority. That's wound. That's damage. That's thing they'll carry forever. Thing I gave them through my absence, through my choices, through my priorities. They lost model of present father. Children learn how to be adults by watching their parents learn what relationships look like. Learn what family means. Learn what it means to be father. My children learned fathers are absent, fathers are visitors, fathers prioritize work, fathers are there sometimes but mostly aren't. That's what I taught them. That's the model I gave them. And when they have children, if they have children, that's the model they'll have. That's what they learned fatherhood looks like. I didn't just fail them. I potentially affected how they'll parent, how they'll relate to their own children, how they'll understand family. I gave them broken model, taught them absence is normal, taught them wrong lessons about what matters. They lost confidence that comes from present father. Children who have engaged, present fathers develop differently than children who don't, develop more confidence, more security, more sense of being valued, more ability to trust, more stability. My children didn't have present father, didn't have engaged father, didn't have father who was there consistently. That absence created effects, created insecurity maybe, created difficulty trusting maybe, created sense of not being valuable enough maybe. I don't know for sure. Don't know because I don't know them well enough to know how my absence affected them. But absence has effects, has consequences, has costs, and they paid those costs for my choices, for my priorities, for my failures. They lost relationship with their father. This is the obvious loss, the clear loss, the loss that's visible. They should have relationship with me, should know me, should trust me, should come to me with problems, should share their lives with me, should feel comfortable with me, should have bond with me. They don't have any of that. Have biological connection but no relational bond. Have father in name but not in reality. Lost something most children have. Something they needed, something they deserved. Something I should have given them but didn't. But I lost something too. Lost something I can never get back. Lost something I didn't fully understand. I was losing until I'd lost it. Lost something more valuable than anything I gained through work and achievement and success that kept me away from them. I lost their childhoods, lost the years when they were young, when they needed me, when they would have welcomed presence, when relationship could have been built naturally. Those years are gone. Can't get them back. Can't redo them. Can't go back and make different choices. Can't return to when they were young and be the father I should have been. The time is gone. The opportunity passed. I lost their childhoods by not being present for their childhoods. And childhoods don't repeat, don't return, don't offer second chances. Share this if your father who isn't present enough. Comment if this changed how you think about fatherhood. Subscribe for more truth about what matters and what's lost when we prioritize wrong.